question and answer period time. Beautiful day out here. Oh boys, where did the snow go? When did it come? It came early, and then it left early. Been quite the season, but it's all good. We can make do. Question and answer time. Event Horizon says, when I feel down or when I feel like I'm losing touch with reality, I watch this video. That's me brapping the rev. That's really nice to say. EM Production said he rode 1,400 miles in the Upper Peninsula this winter with the Boondock, or he met the Boondock Nation crew, said they were very nice. Darn right. Nick12376 says, what happened to the jet? Jet is right up there. We're actually going to pull it down in a few minutes. We're going to start to get it wired back up because it is jet time. Cheesy McCheese, he said, this is on the Elan versus the Enticer racing video. Drops his gas primer at 152. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, check out that video and you'll see what he's talking about. On starting the old forklift, Waltz, he says, is the distributor turning? Yes, it is turning. Are the points in opening and closing? Yes, they are opening and closing. He says, use a jumper wire to power and ground coil, or jumper wires to power and ground coil, which I'm going to do. With a plug in the end of the coil wire. If it sparks, then when power is removed, replace the condenser. Okay, I'll look into that. That's next. I got to get that forklift going up at the property. Blue Reaper asked when, I just put a video out of Keely Brappin in the Upper Peninsula. He asked when that was. Yeah, it was a month and a half ago or so, when there was a little bit of snow. Grim the Noble said, sorry PowerModz, but you guys, in response to the video of me cutting down the pine tree, says, sorry PowerModz, but you are the kind of guy makes up any reason to cut a tree down, LOL. I'm not a tree hugger, but you don't have to give reasons why you did. Your property, your trees. Yeah, well, you know, we've done a lot of work on that property this winter, thinned out a lot of trees, left a lot of big ones though, and I'm not taking down the big ones because we still like to walk through there, and it's a majestic, beautiful piece of property, and we're not going to wreck it. Definitely not. Some guy with some kind of weird looking alphabet, I assume it's Russian, said something. Sorry. Oh, he got a thumb. I got a happy face and a thumbs up. Thank you. Hey Louie, what is your favorite sled that you built? The ZX, the Rev, or the IQR? You know, I'm liking that. Well, it's, yeah, I get asked this a lot of times. Between the IQR 860 and the Rev, man, they're really close. But I love that 827 Arcatec big bore motor in there. It's got an 860 big bore in the other one. I love that one too. But you know what? It's a long sled. It's 163, so it's not as versatile as the shorter 156. Johnny commented on Keely in the Upper Peninsula with the Rage throttle at 300 at 3 minutes 54 seconds. Yep, he was raging. He got stuck bad. Torrin Davies says I look like Christopher Waltz. He says it's not an insult. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. Road King 911. He didn't like Keely and I so much starting up the jet engine the way we did with some sandals on and t-shirts. It says foreign object damage, highly possible in that location, especially with the rag laying on the ground, not to mention standing in the plane of rotation. No gauges of any kind, oil pressure, overspeed, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Farm Kid says hi. He's a pretty cool little kid. Doing some work out on their property and their trees. Looking forward to more, Dustin's looking forward to more skidder videos. Yep, there's some coming out. Yeah, I kind of messed up the series of the videos, the bog series. Still working on that thing. Still got a bog. I lowered the pilot jets in it. I have another thing I'm going to try next. It's a tricky one. I don't know what's going on with that machine. It's crazy. Uzi Mike says, is that a chick at the beginning of the video that screams after jumping the snow bike? Sounds like a chick. No, that's Keely with his flowing hair. He kind of screams a little bit when he's excited. Just the way it is. I think we all do though. The octaves go up. Bush League, another great one from the Uber Canuck. Thanks to all you do, Louie. Making my 8-year-old daughter watch this so we can tinker with hers this summer. She's got an Indy Light. That's awesome. Doobie Boy, 21. Seafoam will fix that issue. Well, we put the seafoam in it and it didn't fix the issue. It's okay though, we had to try it. We leave no stone unturned here. We need to try everything that we can. Eliminate every possible thing that could happen. And we're working on it. I don't think there's too much else we can do to that stupid snowmobile, is there? No, I'm gonna blow it up though. I might jet that thing. RRP says he has a 435-year-old oak in my yard. Oak tree. That's no good. I was hoping it'd be 436 years. Then it's a real old tree, but 435, that's nothing. I'm on Facebook. Hey, you guys, Cody Cotton. Hey, you guys should mod a Bravo, and do you know how to make a can for a Safari 377? No, I do not know how to make cans. Can't be that hard, but I don't make them. It's not our thing. I have a question, and I'm subscribed to you, James Tennell. Okay, shoot, bud.
He didn't put his question?
No. Dylan Sinclair. Hey, man, I watch all your videos all the time. I'm sure you get tons of messages like this, but I got 2 questions. Smiley face. I have a little play in the secondary clutch and brake disc. Any idea where that would be coming from? And can I run newer oils like Skidoo 2-stroke oil? It's a 93 Skidoo Formula Plus 580. A little play in the secondary clutch. Well, things are wearing. And the brake disc's always wear. They're on a keyed shaft, so they sort of slime around and clink and clank and all that. Usually it's okay, but you know, you can take a look at it. You want to make sure though, I don't know what you mean by playing your secondary, like is it moving the shaft on a bearing? You got to check for that. You got to check your cross shaft or your jack shaft bearings, right? One more. Chain case oil, the last owner, and what kind of oil could you run? Yeah, you could run any newer oil in that. Good quality 2-stroke oil, good to go. Chain case oil, the last owner put gear oil. I went to get the new Skidoo XP chain case oil. Some of the newer oils are semi-synthetic, or they run a lot, they're not as viscous. So if your sled's really old and has old seals, you may get leaks. You might notice that the seals might start leaking. So gear oil would probably be just fine. Not a big deal. It's pretty thick on those really, really cold days though. Tyler Tripp says, hey, what's good? Not sure. There's lots of good stuff. Tommy says, TSSESSAZE. Hey guys, I'm trying to find out what kind of size gears are good for hill climb and drag racing to make it go fast for Polaris. There's Skidoo racing going on and I want to know. That's tricky. Depends on the motor, depends on a lot of different things. You know, it is a hill climb and drag. Hill climb and drag races are kind of 2 different things. It depends on your clutching and how long the track is. You can set your snowmobile up for top speed, but the one that crosses the finish line first isn't always going the fastest, if it makes any sense. So that's trial by fire kind of stuff, man. You could start out with, you know, for hill climbing, you could start out with your standard kind of gearing for mountain sleds. You can look that up online, just through any of the, you know, parts house dealers. You look at the microfiche and it'll tell you what gears are top and bottom. You can start with that. But they're geared very low, which isn't necessarily a bad thing as well. Most of the guys are running a little taller gears than that. Everything is different. Hey?
People spend their careers doing that.
Yeah, there are a lot of factors in all that stuff. Anthony Larcher. Hey there, so I've been following your videos for quite some time and maybe even seen you at the Calabogie race. But for now, I got a question. I'm checking if it really matters, but my 2011 RMK has been flicking engine light every now and then. Could be some crappy wiring or some issue underlying, because it won't stay on for me to get the code. Yep. I'm just like, you know, check your wiring. It almost sounds like, you know, flashing light. There might be a ground issue. He says it's gone into debt a few times. It just depends on when it's gone into debt codes, when you're throwing debt codes. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. That should, 2011 RMK. I don't know what'll come up, how that works with the computers, if those codes, they should be able to read them. But there are a lot of factors in that. You know, did it debt on the ice if you pinned it? Over rev, I don't know. Hard to say there, Dylan. Was his name Dylan? Anthony. Alfred Absalon always says, hey, what's up, PowerModz? And I usually say not much. Mike Hunt sent a picture. Hey, Louie, love the videos. Hey, Louis, love the videos. They're a lot of help and very informative. Quick question for you. Do you know what would cause one of the exhaust valves to be rubbing internally? I pulled them on my buddy's sled and they look as they should, except one of them is very worn and shiny. A little tough to say, bud. Your exhaust valve, if it's going too far, it'll hit your piston. Yeah, it would, but I don't know. I don't know how to do that. It maybe got cleaned off. Was it running rich? If it's running really rich, the gas may have cleaned it off. Looking to buy a new sled. Zachary Dodds, looking to buy a new sled next year. Wondering what you would get. An IQR 600 or a Pro Ride chassis switchback Assault 800 with 2-inch lug track. They will both be rode off trail and in the power lines. Yeah, I'd go with the switchback. The more power, the better. Power. That's what I'm into. Simon Sundloff. Hi Lewis, I'm Simon from Sweden. Love your channel on YouTube. I'm so hooked. Thanks for watching, Simon. Lots of guys from overseas watching. It's pretty awesome. Kyle Rebido. My name is Kyle. I'm 14. I've been watching your YouTube channel since 2008 and I've learned a lot about sleds from watching your channel. And I was wondering if someday I could ride with you because where I live, I barely got any snow and you usually get a lot of snow. And I would love to spend a day or two if possible. Also possible, could you please message me back? My name is Kyle Rubido. Thank you. That's awesome. Well, thanks for watching, Kyle. We don't get any snow here, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. We've been 3 years without any snow. It'd be pretty fun to have a PowerModz hookup there where everybody gets together one day and goes for a trail ride. We'll see if we can arrange something like that. Jaden Samard. What factors should I consider when doing an engine swap? I'm switching a 340 light twin carb into my Tundra with a custom track and suspension. Love the videos. What factors? Basically if it'll fit or not. No, one of the biggest things is clutch alignment. You just got to make sure that your clutches are going to fit and that they're aligned perfectly. And I have some videos where I align clutches. And that's the main thing, man. If you get the clutch aligned and get that motor mounted in there, even if you need to, shave some stuff off the hood to make it fit, but for 340, you should be able to get that in there, no problem. That'll be a fun sled, for sure. I gotta thank you guys for watching. Yeah, stay tuned. We've got some jet action coming up. What else are we doing, JD? We got a new truck. I got a truck. I'm gonna go pick up a new truck, a new 1943 or 44 truck. Yeah, there'll be a video about that too. It's going to require a little bit of work, okay? It's really old, but a million years old, 44. Even I wasn't around then. It's pretty cool though. It's a military truck, Chevrolet CMP, Canadian Military Pattern. I think that's what they call it. That's pattern, Canadian Military Pattern, CMP. Yeah, so we're gonna get that thing. It's down Toronto way. Gotta go pick that up. We'll bring that back. And I think that's what my jet engine. I've been looking for a truck to put my jet engine on, something with character. Even that one's got character. No doubt about it. Okay, let's get that jet engine down.